Hi guys, it's Luco's Gaming back here again for another video, but this time it's on FIFA 16 and I'm doing a Road to Glory career mode. Now, I was questioning myself for which team to do. There are so many teams to pick from, but I thought just because there are a lot of teams in the relegation battle of the Premier League this season, I went with Sunderland, who I think are actually a pretty good team. But I don't see why they're down the bottom, but I think Sam Allardyce will keep them up this season, so I decided to take over there and do some of my own business at the club. As you can see, we've listed 4 players up, 4 transfers, just because they're very old and I don't think they're ever going to get game time. I recalled a few of them just because I'll try and get some more money for them to actually potentially buy some good players at the club. Now I'm just taking you through my team here. I did a little bit of that as well as listing players up. And as you can see, the starting lineup is pretty decent. My favourite formation, 4-3-3 attack, and we've got Manone in goal with Vananho at left back, and then the centre back partnership of Kabul and Kone with Yedlin partnered at right back. Then we have Yanam Villa playing alongside Kirchhoff in the central midfield department with Jack Rodwell at cam. Lenz, Defoe and Barini make up the front three. Now, to be honest, I really want to bring in a right winger for Sunderland, so my first thought was to go for the Crystal Palace right midfielder by the name of Wilfried Zaha, a Man United reject. Not that bad of a player, to be honest, I think. And as I used a lot of skill moves, I decided he's not that bad of a player. Let's see if we can buy him in. But it said that we had to pay a lot of money for him, so I was considering it. I just decided to offer the amount he was worth and let's see what they say to that. Now, also in this window, if I don't not get Wilfried Zaha, I may have to go for another right midfielder, but Zaha is my main target at the moment. And I also, in a second, look through the actual other right mids in the Premier League, just in case I do not get Zaha, because I might have to pay an extortionate amount of money for him. So I do start looking at my other possibilities, and I start seeing Mikel Antonio, who I think he's played fantastic this season for West Ham. A really good player, especially the West Ham team. They've played fantastic this season. Surprised, just like Leicester as well. Like, I can't believe Leicester are where they are this season. But I look there and see the PFA Player of the Year, Riyad Mahrez. Can I convince him to come to Leicester? We'll have to find out later on in the episode. But they say they only want 16 to 18 million when I see if I can buy him. So I see if they buy it on the cherry of £12 million for Riyad Mahrez, a fantastic player. And think about it, a couple of years ago, he wasn't even like playing first team football. So where he's gone in his career is fantastic. You see there, I inquire for Eric Lamela, not a bad right mid. And just scrolling through some of the other right mids, they're the only few players I'm actually looking for at right midfield at the moment. Very good players, pacey, little bit of skill moves, all about them. And then I think this isn't even going to happen. The PFA Young Player of the Year, Dele Alli. Now, he's a wonderful player. I remember him when it was at MK Dons, and because I'm a Gillingham fan, I know all about him. He's a fantastic central midfielder, and he's come such a long way in his career, so very proud to see he's gone onto the big stage. Now, I also go looking for some central midfielders in the BPL, just because Sunderland don't have that much of like creativity in the central midfield department, so I go looking through central midfielders. Now, to begin with, I don't see many, but then I do come across a couple that suit the style of play that I think I would be playing for this career mode, especially there. Ander Herrera, a very underrated player in my opinion, not that bad of a player, and I don't see why he's not at a higher level, to be honest with you, because I'm a Chelsea fan, but let's not talk about our season. It's been absolutely diabolical. And also there you see I inquired for N'Golo Kante. Like, there's no way I'm going to get him, but who knows, maybe Leicester are going to be kind, give us their best players, and hopefully take Sunderland to the top. And I also look out for a James Ward-Prowse. What a player he's going to be for the future, James Ward-Prowse. A fantastic youngster in my opinion. put in a little inquiry for him, see what they give me for James Ward-Prowse, or what they want for him, shall I say. And that was about the only two positions I wanted to go through for the starting episode of this series. But as you can see, Antonio doesn't want to leave. Lamella's extortionate price. Ali's not even going to go. And I was surprised to see James Ward-Prowse, 8 million. That's a very surprising amount of money for him. So I decided, let's see if we can pay 5 for him, save ourselves a little bit of cash to spare up on some other positions. So as we advance through the days as well, we also get offers back from N'Golo Kante, who's rejected. Riyad Mahrez wants 24 million. Well, Leicester want 24 million, sorry. But I just say, let's see if we can give you 15 for him. Not a bad amount of price, but it's a ridiculous amount. Zaha, they wanted 14 million, Crystal Palace for Zaha, so I said, let's go for 10 million. And I think that's not a bad price for Wilfried Zaha. Underrated player, in my opinion, but 10 million is a lot of money for that kind of player, and especially Sunderland when we need to spare up cash for different positions at different times. Now, Ward-Prowse actually accepted the £5 million, which really surprised me. I only gave him important because I do have other players to try out in this actual career mode. And that's about it for the first episode. We come up to the first game of the International Cup against Nantes, which will be next episode. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.